Salutations, everybody, and what's poppin'? Let's just get right into it. No time to waste here. Today, I'm talking about a problem that's becoming more and more increasingly prevalent in the past, 5 or 6 years, or ever since the Nintendo Switch came out. Let's say that in 2017, in the video game industry, for people playing video games, it's controllers breaking, or I guess you could more specifically call it planned obsolescence, just purposely making controllers that are designed to fail. This has become increasingly frustrating. My experience started with it when I got the Nintendo Switch, and in 2017 for my birthday. And I think a year in, I noticed that my Joy-Cons, my great Joy-Cons, the sticks were drifting. So I'd be playing Breath of the Wild, and I'm Link, and I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, and I'm just admiring the beauty because it's a beautiful game. And then Link decides he wants to end it all, and he just walks off the cliff. And luckily, I have a parachute, so I can press the B button. I think is the glider, the button for it. I don't remember. It's been a while, but so I didn't die. But still, the fact that he just walked off on his own because of the stick, not me, because of the broken stick, is insane. And it was really frustrating. And so many people are having these issues with the Joy-Con sticks drifting that Nintendo said, okay, if you send your sticks in, or your Joy-Cons, we will repair them for free and send them back to you, which is a good start. It's better than nothing. But the problem with that is I did that twice. I sent in both sets of my Joy-Cons. I got a set after the good ones, but so I had 2 sets of Joy-Cons, and I sent both of them in twice. And they each time they come back, they just drift a few weeks later. So they didn't fix them permanently. It was a temporary fix. So you're without your Joy-Cons for a few weeks, and then you get them back, and then they're only good for a few weeks, and then they break again. So it's every month, if you want to get them fixed for free, you have to send them in over and over and over. And especially this is not ideal if you have the Switch Lite, I think is what I believe it's called. The one that doesn't actually switch, just handheld only, no dock. Because the Joy-Cons are attached to it, right? They're part of the actual Switch. So you lose your Switch for a few weeks. So that was not the perfect solution. The perfect solution was it would have been if they just fixed them, made sure the sticks didn't drift in the first place. And the technology is certainly there for it. There's a thing called HAL sensors, HAL sensors, and they don't drift at all. It uses some sort of detection thing. I don't remember all the specifics of it, but the thing is, it just does not drift at all, and it's perfect. But Nintendo doesn't want to use that. They want to. I think the purpose of having them purposely break is that you say, screw it, I'll just buy new ones. And then, so you're buying another pair of controllers that you otherwise wouldn't have bought if your controller was working fine in the first place. So it gets Nintendo more money. So that's why I believe they do it. And they still haven't fixed it, to my knowledge. I don't play my Switch much anymore over the past few years, but I believe they still a massive issue. My Pro controller has never drifted. I have 2 Pro controllers. They never drifted. I love them. But I have seen other people saying theirs have drifted as well, and I believe them, because why wouldn't I? If the Joy-Cons are drifting, why can't the Pro controllers? So Nintendo is doing that on purpose, and that's not cool. And the same thing happened with the PlayStation controllers. I broke 7 PS4 controllers, 7 of them. I believe what did it was the stick that was not working on most of them. And also, I had an original black one that I got when I got the PS4 in 2015. And that one, I think the R2 on that one was dying, or the bumpers, I don't know, something about that. So it wasn't just the sticks, but on all the other ones, it was just the sticks that were dying. And I think what did it was Modern Warfare 2019, tactical sprinting that game. The default settings for that is you click in the stick twice, click, and then you're tactical sprinting, going from standstill position to tactical sprint, and it's just constantly clicking nonstop is probably what did it. But so they would start to drift, or the stick just the click in L3 button wouldn't really work anymore. So I'd have to turn on auto sprint. I couldn't sprint manually. So I had 7 PS4 controllers, that problem. And so PlayStation absolutely guilty of it as well, and they still have not fixed it because I have a purple PS5 DualSense controller, and I've only used it for a year. And again, I can't click in the stick anymore. I've got to use auto sprint. Now I'm playing next to fine with it, and I've come to realize that's probably better. Just have auto sprint instead of constant sprinting, because it just makes you faster. So you don't always have to get yourself back to sprinting. All the game just does it for you. So it's a little bit mentally easier for you, just not having to do that extra button press all the time. And I think it also does just make you faster because it saves a little bit of time, because, you know, it's often like a second where you're before you're sprinting, now you realize you should be sprinting, then you click it, and then you get to sprinting. Auto sprint just skips all that. So in FPS games, multiplayer games, I am just going to use auto sprint for the future anyways, but still the controller should not be breaking. So I'm going to have to get a new one. But that comes to the topic of getting new ones, is that there are other options out there. There are companies that produce controllers that use the special Hall sensors with the 6 don't drift. Now, those are usually more expensive than even what the normal video game controllers go for today, because I mean, default PlayStation DualSense controllers are expensive. They start at $70, and then they raise the price to $75. A controller should not be that expensive. And then they have the Pro controller, Elite, whatever they call it for the PlayStation. It's like $200, and it has a smaller battery than the default PlayStation controller. Smaller battery, $200 for a smaller battery, and the sticks still drift, to my knowledge. They don't use the Hall sensors. Stuff that does use the Hall sensors, the Steam Deck uses the Hall sensors, I believe, or they have some way where they don't drift. But anyways, they don't drift. And I remember when the Steam Deck came out, and like day one, people were saying they're having drift problems, and they were showing this screen where you're testing like the stick input. You can see the stick like moving on its own, and then Valve fixed that like immediately with a software update. They just made the stick stop drifting with software update. That was kind of weird to me, but it worked. So Steam Decks don't have that problem, and since I need a new controller, I mean, I have other controllers, but I would like to get a new one that has back buttons on it, because I think back buttons would be really helpful. And it has other like programmable button, macro, other stuff. I don't know, other things about it. That the one I'm looking at, it's called the QRD Spark N5 wireless controller. That's QRD. And it's only like $50, and it comes with Hall sensor sticks, so they don't drift, and it comes with back buttons, and I think it has some other features as well. But the no drift sticks and the back buttons is good for me. I don't know how big the battery is, but I play on my laptop pretty much all the time now, and I just have it plugged in because where my laptop is on my desk, if I have the controller like in my lap, it kind of gets covered up. There's like the desk is intercepted. It's in the way between the controller and the laptop. You got a big wooden desk there, so the signal doesn't really go through that. So the Bluetooth doesn't really work. So I gotta use it wired in. But that means I don't have to worry about battery or charging or anything like that. So I don't really care how much the battery is. But Hall sensor sticks and back buttons sound great. And it's, again, like I said, it's only $50. So I will let you all know what it's like. It's on my Christmas wish list, and I think I'll get it. But if I don't get it, I'll just buy it with Christmas money. So I will definitely, after Christmas, post a review of my experience with the controller. And that'll be specifically for FPS games, because I've gone like cheap third-party controllers before, where the aim curve, like the curve of the sensitivity, how much the stick turns on the right stick, and maybe left stick too, but especially the right stick, is like not consistent. It goes from slow, and the curve is like insane. Or I guess the camera, let me think, Howard. I think, no, it'd be this way. To how you guys are looking at me, it'd be like this, I think. Where PlayStation is more like smooth, gradual, official controllers. They use third-party ones, just like zoom, like they go straight out, and you can't really like aim. It's impossible. You have to turn your aim so far down, and still you can't really aim precisely. So you got to be wary of that. So hopefully this QRD controller doesn't have that problem. But I'll let you all know. And the whole point of this video is to say that there are other options out there for better controllers. Sometimes they may be more expensive. Sometimes they may be cheaper. Depends what you want, what you're looking for. But you don't have to just get the Switch Joy-Cons. You don't have to just get the official PlayStation controllers or the Xbox controllers. I'm not too familiar if the Xbox controllers have problems, but they certainly might, and I wouldn't be surprised, because it seems like every company seems like they all forgot how to make a controller. It doesn't break. So, and like, again, I think that's on purpose, to make you buy just more of their controllers, because one you have is broken. So you got to buy another one. So there are other options out there. There's always third-party controllers. You know, especially if Amazon, if they don't work out for you, you can probably return them, get a refund or whatever, or get a replacement, whatever, or different model or whatever. But just look around. Don't give in to what these Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation are doing. The controllers, making them purposely bad so that you have to buy another one. Don't fall for that. You can probably get a better controller. Whether it's expensive, more expensive, or less expensive, it will be worth it. It'll save you time, save you hassle, and improve your gaming experience. So that's all I've got for you all today. I don't know what my next video will be on, but I'll let you know in the next video. So see you then.